Welcome back again to another video. So this one in the title is DAF CF85. We're going to be doing a inspection, basically the same as the actual video we did yesterday that I published yesterday. It's going to be the same idea. We're going to go through all the common faults, all the problems we have. DAF one, this one will be there. We have more problems with these because we have a bigger fleet of them, so we do tend to see more and more problems here and everywhere. So I hope you're enjoying the content. My Toolbox Tour will be coming this week. Promised you it'd be this week. So I've had a problem with one of my bit of kit today, which I've had to sort, which is something I've had a long time. So I'll go through that tomorrow. And we will start from inside the cab. We will go through all the common faults in here, any problems we have, and we'll work our way around it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're still enjoying all the content I'm putting out. If you've got any more ideas of what else you'd like to see on the channel, please drop a comment below and let me know, and I'll see you in a second. Let's start inside the cab. First place we're going to start is here. So, little seat belt. You have problems with fraying as you do with any seat belt, but these have a problem with the back. They get stuck. There's a panel, plastic panel that goes behind the seat, and they get stuck. So don't just order a seat belt, check that first. It's like a plastic panel that goes in front of it and it gets caught on that. But we have replaced quite a few actual seat belts just due to damage, really, sort of beyond repair of being frayed and that. So yeah, seat belts are something to look out for. These armrests. So if I put the camera down a little bit. These armrests, we've done a couple of these. If you're not sure how to do them, you take this cover off here, and you sort of have to move the armrest to a certain position to be able to undo a bolt underneath. But they're not too bad to do. Maybe I'll do a video on that at some point, but we've done a few of them only due to damage, really. A lot of the stuff we do is damage. So we have problems inside the cab. Obviously wipers, we do a lot of them. That's just a general maintenance thing, really. Inside the cab, really, not really anything major. We've done one heater control panel. We've had one problem with that, which we've done. But other than that, these DAFs are pretty solid inside. Like, you don't grab rails. It's just general maintenance stuff you will get in a truck, really. We have had a couple of I'll show you actually. So on the front there, you'll see the camera. We have had a couple of them where they've come loose and you have to re-stick them back on. DAB radios up here, when window people come and fit windows, just rip them off and then you have to put new ones on, and they run down here behind the dash all around. It's a bit of a pain in the ass job, but other than that, like I said to you about tacho screens yesterday, you get them. Other than that, the DAFs are pretty damn solid inside. Obviously I did a seat the other day, the handle, but that's down to, I think, too much of pulling it up and down a little bit too hard. So other than that, we've been fine. Door cards, we've had problems where they won't unlock or they get stuck and the basic door card pulls away from itself, so we put a screw in to hold that in. So, but other than that, they're pretty solid inside here. So I'm going to do my checks in here and everything I need to do, and then we'll start from the outside. We'll work our way around again and we'll go through the common faults that we find outside. Also, while I'm here, if you have got a new DAF XF, a brand new one, like 20, I don't know what it'll be now, probably still 21 or 71 or whatever. Let me know in the comments what they're like, because I haven't seen one yet. I've seen them obviously, but I haven't been in one or what they're like. So drop down in the comments. It'd be interesting to see how much different they are compared to these older ones. So here we're just going to take off the middle wing, grease the top cam pin because it's easier. Take all these wheel nut indicators off, check all the wheel nuts, all the centre cap, and then start to the back. So another thing to watch, a lot of people, these don't need that. These drop wings become loose on the back, and a lot of people will just do them up here. Yeah, they do tighten up sometimes, but a lot of the time you have to, I'd lift the suspension up, take the spray flat cover off, 2 bolts at the top, and then there's like clamps, there's like 4 clamping bolts, they're Torx bolts inside, only little screws, do them up there, what actually the ones that come loose, not the actual bolts in here, because they're pretty tight anyway. So look out for that. So batteries on the back on these ones, on the 6x2 at the back on these, that's what our fleet is. If you ever want a jump start and you ain't got an 18mm spanner, just turn that out there, put your jump lead on here, and then there's another one on the, your earth's here. So earth there, positive there. It's handy, just, you know, if you can't get to it or whatever, you just put the lead, just stick them underneath here. You can jump start here. Back walls, never really had any problems, never had a problem with air tanks. I'm going to do a battery test quickly. I showed you that yesterday, so I don't need to show you again. And then we'll work our way around this way, and I'll show you on the other side. One thing I will say is this is where the sack unit is, air dryer, APU, whatever you want to call it. When you do fit one of these, it does have to be programmed. You have to tell it it's had a new one. Another things to look out for while I'm here, springs underneath the fifth wheel, they can break, quite common. We do quite a few of these marker lights because they just fill with water, where they're either getting a forklift and they're filling it up, where they're getting a forklift and knocking into it and cracking it and just filling with water. So yeah, there's some common things to look out for. Hubcaps, they crack as well. You might not see it, I don't know if this one's got crack. Very slight there, you can see that. Yeah, that's another thing to look out for. So let's move along and go towards the front. So just a quick one. If you want to replace headlock bulb, these two screws and then it's a top cap. Just twist that to the left, twist the bulb with the thing to the left, and then pull it out. They've got like two little screws inside where there's like, so it's hard to explain, but so you've got there, and then there'll be a screw here and a screw here, and when the bulb goes in, it twists underneath the screws and sort of locks in. Without me really showing you, but yeah, quite easy to take the panels off if you need to. 2 bolts there, and there's 2 behind the grille as well. So yeah, they're pretty good trucks, you know what I mean? We don't really have massive problems, you know, it's either damage or it's wear and tear stuff like that. So we're going to move on to the front and I'll go through some other things to look out for. Okay, let's talk about the front. Nothing really major on these. Be careful, check the coolant caps, check obviously the coolant, which should do anyway. Check these seals in here, they can sometimes split. Grill, if you want to undo the grill, is 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there, 1, 2, 3 bolts down, 1 there, same the other side. But other than that, then they're pretty solid. Always be careful of the washer part, like this one's loose, that one needs securing up there. But other than that, they're okay. Obviously within the header tank, there's the cover there. If you're going to do an oil change, try and be a smart ass and drop the oil and then think you can fill it up from the front here, because you'll be here for the rest of the time trying to fill it up. As soon as you fill it up to there, you have to wait for it to all go back down to fill it back up, and it's always fill it up on the engine side. Done that, yeah, all we do is check, make sure no hoses are running through. Just the usual checks really, so yeah. Pretty solid there. We're going to get it all up and we'll get it jacked in the air, lifted in the air, and have a look underneath. So some things to look out for on these. Sump gaskets, common as muck. What else? When you oil level sensor, yeah, we've had faults with them. Be careful when you do them though, because they've got like a collar inside, and if you either when you do one up, if you do it up too tight, or sometimes if you undo it, they spin inside and then you're fucked. Then you will be taking the sump off. Other things that we've had are not on these ones, on the smaller engines. I'll have to show you a video on that because we've got loads more with them. Spring eye bushes, pretty common. Done a video on the spring eye bush. Got slated for moving the fuel tank, but it doesn't bother me, that's what I do, so tough shit. Yeah, sub gasket, rear main, front wires, not too bad, other than them big things there really. So yeah, just mainly the sump that we have problems with. This one's got an oil leak, which we're going to need to check on top, but other than that they're not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check tyres, grease the kingpins, and do all my usual checks. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll work our way back and go through any faults that we might have further back. So let's go through the underneath. 22mm for the gearbox bum. Check these drop arms. Sometimes, especially older ones, they come loose, so just knock the cap off and you can adjust them in there. But underneath, I've had a few of these with these bolts coming loose, even dropping out and going missing. We're going to tap round, check the tacho seal, make sure it's not split. Fuel tank, we'll check for any leaks. But other than that, on here, nothing really. This part, it's had a new airbag on it. But other than that, on this axle, we're normally pretty good. So we'll grease the bottom half of the kingpins because we've done the top, check the tyres, and then I'll move back, and then we'll go through any issues that we might have there. So, rear axle, diff bung, T70, little bad boy there. T70, things to watch out for these. Never really had anything with airbags. Diff pinion seals at the beginning, we used to have quite a few. Rear hub seals, obviously you see me do them on a couple of videos now. Watch out for them on the back. Calipers, make sure they're all free and everything like that. But on the back, not normally too bad. Underneath these, they're alright. They're not bad. Personally, I think the Mercs for me are a little bit stronger. You don't find so many defects on the Mercs really, but the DAFs, a solid truck all the way around really. They're not bad at all. So yeah, hub seals, pinion seals, look out for. Calipers, make sure they're not tight or anything like that. Just general, stuff like that really. So I've checked all the tyres, we've done all that. We've done the second axle, that's all good. I've got a PM sensor to do, particulate matter, and a NOx after sensor, because they're faulty. But other than that, I will now check the diff oil. We'll make sure that's all good. And then we'll run around the top and I'll show you anything else. We need to have a look at that oil leak seal, that's coming from as well. So, but underneath, a few things there you need to look out for. But other than that, here's the air dryer. I'll quickly show you that. Just there. It's the air dryer. APU. SAC unit, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's that there. Haven't done a centre burn on one of these. Not sure what I like. If you have done one, drop down a comment and let me know. Tell me what I like to do. But other than that, they're pretty solid. Engine, we've had quite a few problems. More engine wise stuff we've had. Camshafts, had a few camshafts go. So other than that, not too bad. Right, I'm going to finish this bit off. We'll get the vehicle down and then we'll go through the last little bit. So, well, you've all been busy eating your dinner or doing whatever. There's the two new sensors put on, NOx after, and the PM sensor that's all secure. So that's pretty much all underneath done. I've shown you the best I can of what defects we've had with these and problems. So what I'm going to do now is get the truck down and go for anything else, and then we'll end this video. Oh, that was the DAF CF85. That was a 2018 plate. I did the campaign with the trailer control valve bracket, and it was awful to do. It was so awkward to do. The hardest one to actually put on was the bottom bolt, because it's so close to the chassis, you literally just can't get anything in there. But we managed to do it, I got it done. We had a few defects on it, lights, little bits and bobs really, engine malfunctions, which is sorted. We put NOx after and a PM sensor on that. So that's all that sorted, and just general stuff really. So with them ones, a couple of things to watch out for. Them MX-13, sump gasket, we've done quite a few of them. These are not saying these are all common faults, these are just what we've found and what we've had on them that have been common. So sump gaskets, not a bad job to do. If anyone's doing a sump gasket on one of them and wants a torque sequence and can't get it, drop me a comment below and I'll contact you and send you a screenshot or whatever. I have got the sequence for tightening them up. Sump gasket, yeah, in the cab, not really anything massively to look out for really. The armrest thing can be a bit faulty. The steering, the seat at the bottom I told you about with the handle. Outside, brakes, obviously that's usual. Catwalks loose, had a few of them, quite a lot of them. That's just wear and tear stuff. The back wings, drop wings, if you try tightening the 13mm bolts on top, if they do not tighten, take the spray flap off, pull it forward, and then you'll see little torque spots. I think they're like maybe T30. There's 4 of them that actually hold the brackets on. They come loose a lot of times, so just tighten them up. Remember about the batteries on the back where the parts are where you can jump start it. So you've got that as well to remember. Just like, they're pretty sound to be honest with you. They're not like spring or bushes. Done a few of them, but these are done a fair lot of miles now, and then they run a lot, like near enough 24 hours a day, but not far off, and they carry a lot of weight, so it's just wear and tear stuff. And other than that, obviously, exhaust emissions faults you get. But I'm sure they're probably like it with any mate, even the Mercedes ones we have exhaust emissions problems. So, but other than that, you know, the older they get, the more problems you have. Obviously, I'm going to do another one of these on the 4x2 tractor units that we have, because they're a little bit. We have more problems, not more problems, just more wear and tear things and things that go wrong with them. Obviously, the older vehicles as well, the more problems you get. The 6x2s, we've had quite a few cab mount bushes. That can be quite common. Prop centre bearers after time, they're not too bad to do. And just, you know, clutches and stuff, nothing major really. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Just trying to give, you know, a bit of the common faults we have. If you work on these sort of trucks, the 6x2 DAF CFs, MX-13s, drop a comment below and let us know of any common faults you have. It'd be interesting to share with people what you get and what you know, if you're even looking to buy one, check this video out and you might be able to help you out with some common things to look out for. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're all keeping well. Thank you all for carrying on subscribing, commenting, liking all the videos and that, you know, I really appreciate it, and I really want to push this channel, can't talk. I really want to push this channel even more now. Like, my subscribers are going up. Like, I've got a target of mine I want to hit for the end of the year. I think by halfway through the year, if I can be at 2K, I'll be so happy with that. Like, but it all obviously counts on everyone subscribing and that. I just hope everyone's enjoying the video. I'm loving making these videos and being able to show stuff. You know, I've gained so much knowledge of other people as well. You know, so many people on this video watching that have come out with some great ideas, and it really, you know, there's things I've even suggested to my boss about us getting things and things to look out for and stuff. So it's really good that we all work, you know, not all work together, but we all give each other ideas and that. You know, it's really helpful. So I hope you've enjoyed the video again, and I'm now going to stay work. It's now 9:15. I should have gone home at 7, but I've been finishing one. I'm going to stay and do a Toolbox Tour because everyone's asked for that. I'm going to release that for Saturday at 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock Saturday, Toolbox Tour. I hope you're all keeping well, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care of yourselves.